What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Today we're doing this neon soft glam look. I understand that neon and soft glam are quite literally the opposites, but I don't care. These go together. So if you want to see how I did this neon soft glam look, just keep on watching. Okay, so first I'm going in with this Garnier Micellar cleansing water. I lived a whole day by the time I sat down and did my makeup, okay? I had done my hair, I had gone to get my nails done, like I had eaten, like I did all the things. And I just felt like my face was feeling crusty from the day. So I'm going in with the micellar water just to like cleanse it up. And then I'm using the Bobbi Brown Enriched oh my God, I cannot say that word. The Bobbi Brown Enriched face base to bring a little bit of moisture back into the skin before I go in with my primer. So for primer today, I'm using the TATCHA Liquid Silk Canvas. I really don't grab this primer a lot, and I don't know why. I own it. It's nice. It reminds me of like the e.l.f. Putty primers almost. There's nothing wrong with it. I just literally don't grab it. So today I was like, let me try it. And then for foundation, I'm going in with the LANCôME Teint Idole foundation. I love this foundation for like a nice medium to full coverage skin-like finish. It's so pretty and it has a really nice wear throughout the day. I have normal to dry skin, so for me, I don't get oily throughout the day. My skin isn't gonna like keep moisturizing the foundation. If anything, throughout the day, I'm about to look dry and crusty. So I need foundations that are like more luminous so that I don't look crusty by the end of the day. Like, who wants to be crusty? This foundation always looks good at the end of the day. And I'm really taking my time blending this in, making sure that I hit the ears, I get under the chin, and I blend it down into my neck. I'm a light-skinned black girl, okay? I'm yellow. A lot of my foundations are my summer shades. They just are, or like, no, that's really it. They're just my summer shades. And if I get expensive foundations, I'm not about to buy it in a summer shade and a winter shade. Like, I'm just not. So I'm going to make it do what it needs to do. So with that said, I am going to make sure that I blend it all the way down so that you cannot tell where the makeup ends and the skin begins, okay? Okay, so now I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I'm going in with two shades, Cashew and Cashmere, to highlight my forehead before I do my brows, and then just making sure I use the opposite end of the Beauty Blender to blend out all the edges. Now that the brows are done, I'm going in with Cashew, and I'm placing this pretty low so that I have some room to blend it up and still add more concealer. And then I'm also going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Radiant Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Deep. And I'm putting that on the lower edge of the concealer so that there's a little bit more of a gradient. I'm kind of going for like soft glam technique, even though the look isn't technically soft glam. And with soft glam, everything is very much so blended into each other almost seamlessly. Like, it just seems like, oh, the middle of the face is effortlessly highlighted, even though I'm going to use 3 different concealers. There's a lot of effort, but the goal is that it's just very soft. And so that's, again, why I'm making sure I go in with the opposite side of the blender that's already got a little bit of foundation left on it. And I'm making sure that the edges are super seamless. Okay, so now going in with Cashmere, which is the lightest concealer, and I'm keeping that pretty close to the under eye so that I really have a nice gradient going of highlight. And I'm also kind of bringing it right up the side of the nose, and that'll kind of mimic a nose contour. And then again, the opposite side of that blender, blending everything out. Always blend out the edges. Now I'm going in with the Made by Mitchell Blursh, and this is in the shade Blend and Snatch. If you have not seen Legally Blonde, we can't be friends. Anyway, I'm going in with this as my contour bronzer. I don't know, for me, for my undertone, maybe it's just I'm not good enough at it, but whenever I use like a cool toned contour, I feel like I look ashy and crusty, and I don't like it. So you will forever see me use a warm tone as my contour, even though technically it's a bronzer. I don't care. I like this more. And I actually really do like the Blursh. It's really, really easy to blend out, really easy to work with, very easy to build up. Like, it's so pretty, and you can really kind of learn it and work with it to get the desired effect. Now I'm going in with another shade. This one is Papaya Pudding, and I'm going to use this as my blush. And I'm just starting with a little bit, trying to build it up slowly. Again, super creamy, super easy to blend. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit more, a little bit lower, so that I can really give myself that like rounded cheek look, because I think it's pretty. And then before I set with a translucent powder, I'm just going to go in and get rid of any creasing. And today for translucent powder, I'm using the Laura Mercier loose powder in the shade Translucent. I really want this under eye to be as bright as it can be. And so I'm using all my brightest stuff. Cashmere might be the brightest concealer I own, and there ain't nothing brighter than a translucent powder on a black girl. And then I'm really just making sure that I press that into the skin very well with a sponge, and making sure I even press it into like the crevice of the side of the nose. If you've ever not set that area, you'll never forget again, okay? Now I'm going in with the e.l.f. Cosmetics Camo Powder Foundation and a Triangle Powder Puff, and just pressing this into the rest of the skin. And then one of my favorite bronzer palettes, the Ace Beauty Bronzed in Paradise palette. I love it so much. Going in with the third darkest shade and just going over where I put the Blursh bronzer and taking it onto my forehead, attempting to, I mean, not even attempting to make my forehead look smaller. It really just makes it more seamless, okay? The 5 head is a 5 head, and it's going to always be a 5 head no matter what, and I am okay with it. So I'm really just making sure that I use this on my cheeks to kind of like intensify that contour just a little bit. And then mixing the two medium colors to do like a very light nose contour. I do not like the super pinched nose contour look on me and my bulbous nose. It's just not cute, okay? It don't work. So I'm just going down the sides of my nose with a little bit of bronzer. And then using a little more cashmere on the lid so that I can get into this eyeshadow. So first I'm going in with this very warm, almost orange brown color, and this is going to be my transition shade. So I'm keeping it very high, very close to the brow bone, and trying to get it as blended out as possible. Then I'm going in with a darker color from the same Anastasia palette. Same undertone though. Don't be like me. Tap your brush off before you put it on your eye because I put way too much down, but it's okay. It kind of worked out for me. So I'm kind of going to keep the color concentrated to that outer portion of my eye and really just make sure that it's blended into the inner portion. And if y'all catch me looking to the side, it's because I'm watching Gossip Girl. I've been rewatching it from the beginning. It's terrible, but I can't turn it off. Like, I've made a commitment now. And this is a Serena van der Woodsen hate page, okay? We don't like her. We cannot stand her. We are team Serena should have been written off the show. The show never should have been about Serena in the first place. That's the vibe that we're on here. And if you're on a different vibe, you can go somewhere else. Okay, so now that I've got the transition colors, I'm going in with the darkest color from the Ace Beauty bronzer palette. And I'm just going to place that in the outer corner of my eye, kind of in the outer V area, and blend it up into the crease. And then just always making sure you're going back in with your other brushes that have the other pigment on it. And you don't always have to add pigment, but just go around the edges and make sure that everything is super blended out. And then I am just blending out that concealer base on the inner corner of my eye because I'm about to go in with the star of the show. There's a shade from the Norvina palette and a shade from an Ace Beauty palette that I mixed together to get this super, super vibrant neon green. I think it is such a cool color. I think it's so pretty. And I love the way that it pops against the other browns that I used. And, ooh, this look makes me happy. And I'm just on like a very dense blending brush, just packing that on. And then taking a super dark brown from the Ace Beauty palette, the Flair palette, and I'm pressing that into my inner corner, but keeping it really tight and keeping it kind of like in the crease, but almost under. Like, it really just wants like the pop of that brown. And the name of the game is blending, always going in with your other brushes and blending out your edges. And then for liner, I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Epic Wear Waterproof Liner, and I'm trying to do the thinnest wing that I've ever done. I'm not bad at wings, okay? I'm usually pretty good at a wing, but I always end up with a thicker wing than I wanted. And so I'm like taking my time, going very slow to get me a nice, thin, sharp wing. And I think what really helped me with this eyeliner in particular, it's a very thick formula. So if you put the brush all the way into the eyeliner and pull it out, it's going to be like goopy. You're going to get a whole bunch of product. And that's kind of what has happened to me in the past with this eyeliner and why I always end up with just like too thick of a wing. But I did that once and then really made sure that I flattened that brush out and only got as much product as I needed. And that is what helped me get this nice thin liner. And then I'm going in with this little thin brush and the concealer, and I'm just cleaning up right under the wing. You can kind of see where the shadow got blended out. I'm cleaning that up, and this is going to make the liner look sharp, and it's going to make the overall under eye look brighter. And then in the waterline, just running the NYX Jumbo Stick in the shade Yogurt through. I didn't want to do like white in the waterline, but I wanted something a little bit brighter, and this did the trick. And then I'm taking the darkest brown that I used from the Ace Beauty palette. This is the shade Acorn. And on an angled brush, I'm pushing this right into my lash line. I don't want a super dark lash line, like blend out. Like I don't want to look raccoonish, but I want like some definition. And so I'm really being careful with how closely I place this. And then going in with the Ace Beauty bronzer palette to gently blend it out. Okay, now the eyes are done. I'm going to go in with a little bit of highlighter. This one's from Ofra, and I'm just putting in this on the highest part of my cheek, and I'm going to do a little bit on the bridge of my nose, just like a tiny bit, like right in between the eyes. I love the way that looks. I'm going to do a little bit on the tip of the nose because she's cute, and then I'm going to throw this very gently on the inner corner. And then going in with the Juvia's Place Blush Duo, I'm obsessed with this blush. This is volume 4. I love using the lighter shade for like a super soft blushy look. And I'm just rolling this over my cheeks before I set with the Makeup Revolution Base Fix Fixing Spray. And if you're not using a fan to dry your setting spray, you need to invest. I got a pack of these for like $5 on Amazon. Saved my life. For lips, I'm going in with the Persona Cosmetics lip liner. This is the shade 90210. It's kind of like a soft, like berry shade. I really wanted something a little bit more brown, but my lip liners need to completely be thrown away, and I need to purchase new ones. So I got what I got, and I made do with what I had. So after this, I'm going in with the Too Faced Melted Metallic lipstick. And this is the shade Sugar Kisses, which clearly I am not certain about. But whenever I'm not certain about a lip color, I just blend it in with my finger, like really make sure I blend it into the liner and then go over it again with the liner to like really get that gradient going to make sure that I hate it, because sometimes this will change the vibe and sometimes I will enjoy whatever lip comes out. This I was like half and half, so I still put a gloss on it, and this honestly is what brought it back to life. This is the Juvia's Place Nubian Gloss. This is the one in Mirage, and it brought back the brown tones, the warm tones that the lip was missing at first. And then lastly, I'm just going in with Nubian lashes from Juvia's Place. These are the style Zaria, and I'm obsessed. And this is the finished look, a neon soft glam. I'm here for it. I'm obsessed. I love it. Let me know in the comments if you like this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.